this is going to be one of those days where I am going to round the 3 minute mark to get into this subject, because I know that I just did it live on a whim without letting y'all know. But y'all, I'm just gonna wait for the 3 minute mark because there's just a ton of stuff that's going on right now, and I'm getting hit with all sorts of stuff, and it's just it's getting crazy. It's getting out of hand actually. So reached out and was like, man, I got some offers to go and speak somewhere, and apparently it seems like some folks think that I am like a problem solver, so to speak. But it's going to be something that needs to be talked about, and I'm going to talk about it right now. So I told those individuals that I would be going live and I would be talking about this particular subject, and you guys all read the title, and I don't know who's all going to be in here, but I am going to do my best to wait until the 3 minute mark to go ahead and get into this. So just be advised on that. Any of you that are in here right now, make sure you give the video a thumbs up. That way the content can stay consistently recommended to you. And if you're on your phone, if you double tap your screen, it should get the video. Did you just get a buffer? Sudden now it's reconnecting. So I knew it. It's like clockwork. I've been live numerous of times down here and not been having no connection issues. What's going on, OCD? Appreciate you being in here. But I got a lot of stuff I'm going to be talking about in this particular segment, y'all. I'm going to try to not talk so long and be so long. But if you are watching this right now, or you watching this at a later time, like I always tell them, fast forward and get ahead to the 3 minute mark. You get to the 3 minute mark video. So about 10 more seconds and I'll get going. All right. Okay, so here we go, ladies and gentlemen. You have made it to the 3 minute mark, like I told you to go ahead and skip ahead to. If you're watching this at a later time, you're watching my channel, Modern Renaissance Man, and I appreciate you guys taking your time out of your day or evening, depending on what side of the pond you want to watch this content. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up. That means click the thumbs up button, and I'll go from there. I'll go ahead and get right on to this subject. OCD, I literally was live during the Jake Paul fight. I went live during the Jake Paul fight and I showed bits and pieces of it. So yeah, I saw that. I did a live recording and a live watching during that. So, but anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and get right onto this. So ladies and gentlemen, you guys all see the title of this video. There is just all be just coming at each other, and it seemed like it is completely imploding. Oh, I'm buffering. I knew it. I'm buffering. Let me know when I'm not buffering anymore, because I knew this was gonna happen. If you guys can see and hear me right now, let me know when it stopped buffering, because I'm not going to lose my train of thought. It's crazy how YouTube is good for doing this. Anybody? Okay. Papa Surf, appreciate you letting me know that. I'm live all the time. And I'm telling you, the only reason why it's happening I'm not even about to get into that. Anyway, you guys all see that there's a whole lot of infighting. It's still doing it. Okay. Appreciate that. Tara Sams, I appreciate that. So anyway, what you guys all see going on, it's absolutely crazy that you got all this infighting. We won the popular vote. We got the House, we got the Senate, right? And now what we have is a huge, big civil war amongst the Republicans, conservatives. You got Turning Point USA, AMfest, Candace Owens, Brandon Tatum, Ben Shapiro, Megyn Kelly, Tucker Carlson. Man, a lot of these people are completely going at it, and it's like a civil war. And what's sad about this whole entire deal is what they have going on in this title that I have right now is exactly what I told you guys. The reason why I tell you I'm not for the right, I'm not for the left, I am for the up. I'm on the side of truth. I'm on the side of righteousness, the side that I'm on. And the reason why this is so important, because now the Democrats who imploded during this last election, where they completely got their butts whooped. The Democrats got their butts whooped on immigration, on policies, on the economy, got their butts completely whooped. We get in here, we do this, and now all of a sudden, who would have known or who would have thought that the death of Charlie Kirk would just cause this huge just civil war amongst a lot of people that you guys follow? It is completely crazy right now. And I'm telling you right now, to the congressmen I spoke to today, the senators as well, to the people who want to come to these speaking events, this is why I tell y'all, I say what I say. I tell you, I speak of my own accord, with my own mind, with my own thoughts. And it's for unity, and if the end game is for us to keep our focus on the enemy, that's what I'm about. But one thing you are not going to do, what any of you are going to do, is try to make me team anything. As long as it's team Jesus, team God, I'm with you. But you're not going to make me team Shapiro, team Candace, team Tatum, team Benny Johnson, team Tucker Carlson, team Alex Jones, team Turning Point USA, team Charlie Kirk podcast, team Eric Kirk. You're not going to make me team anybody, plain and simple. And I've never been like that, and I never will be like that. And what we have going on right now, and the reason why I've been getting calls to ask if I will come to certain speaking events, because they know and they see that I stand, number one, I stand on integrity. I'm straight down the middle. I'm unbiased. I don't care. I will not sit here and bash anybody who have their own thoughts, who have their own, you can call it what you want to, conspiracies, who react to certain things the way that they do. Everybody is completely different. Everybody do things differently. And just because people do things differently than what you would or what I would, I'm not about to sit here and blast them openly or publicly. Now, some of y'all might try to jump in and say, yeah, but that's what Candace doing. That's what Candace doing. And now guess what? Because of that, Candace is reaping doing that openly and publicly, right? Boom, that's it. There's other people that are liberal, other people that are on the Democrat side. They are doing the same exact thing. They are coming out and saying things openly and publicly, and now they facing the wrath. And oh my God, the amount of slip up today at Turning Point USA AMfest has everybody buzzing. Did y'all hear what Nicki Minaj said? Did you hear what Kirk said? And it has set a lot of things completely on flame. I mean, everything is just like boom. Ben Shapiro gets up there. He says stuff about Candace Owens, right? And he also says something about Megyn Kelly. Megyn Kelly gets up there and she says stuff back at Ben Shapiro. So now the AMfest Turning Point USA, when the sole focus should be about honoring Charlie Kirk's legacy and also making sure that together, unified wise, everybody still be focusing on, everybody still should be focusing on going after that evil. Everybody still be focusing on completely dismantling and beating the Democrats to a pulp, metaphorically speaking. But oh no, everybody's up there bashing one another. I'm better than you. No, I'm better than you. Oh no, you this. Oh no, you're that. And now Ben Shapiro says something about Megyn Kelly. Now Megyn Kelly's up there saying, I don't know who Ben Shapiro to think he is to say who should be what. He can exile anybody from. It's just this going back and forth thing now, to where I'm telling you right now, and I see, I'm not going to say who you are, but a few of the congressmen, I see y'all in there. This is what I'm talking about. This is the whole idea of the trick of the enemy, is to get you focused off of the whole goal that everybody had in place. And now everybody's going to be focused on this infighting now. Oh, did you hear what Candace Owens said? Oh, man, did you hear what Ben Shapiro said? Oh, man, did you hear what Erica Kirk did? Did you see what she said? Oh, man, did you see what Brandon Tatum said? Oh, man, did you see what Benny Johnson just got done saying? Oh, look what Tucker Carlson just got done doing. And the whole time this is all going on, oh, Tim Pool just said this, y'all. Ooh, he went at Candace. Oh, Candace Owens just called Ben Shapiro. All that going on, and the sole focus and the sole goal of what we were doing is completely being lost right now. is completely being lost right now. And some of the craziest stuff came out today. I don't know if it's a slip of the tongue, but it's absolutely strange. These slip ups is just weird. I'm just keeping it real with y'all. And like I told you, before you try to say anything, and I don't care what anybody says, you are not about, anybody's been following my channel for years. I keep on telling y'all, I can't be boxed. I told y'all at the beginning, don't label me as a conservative. Don't label me as a Democrat. Don't label me as a liberal. Don't label me as any of those things. I'm just me, period. Right? So Erica Kirk gets up there and she says something, blah, 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 like us, a grift. Gift. Your grit. Because obviously you're not a grifter, young man. And now people are like, oh boy, that's kind of a slip of a tongue. And then on top of that, Nicki Minaj gets up there and she says JD Vance we know JD Vance is the assassin. And it was like a slip up, like, wait a minute, what? And then Erica Kirk tries to save Nicki Minaj by saying, oh, I know it's kind of funny right now. I've done things and said things too, and people was going to judge you for it. But you know what? God is still good. And so now everybody just blazing and flaming up. Oh, but did Nicki Minaj just say that JD Vance is the assassin? Oh boy, what conspiracy is this going to cause now? Because they all saying, well, hold on. Erica Kirk just got up there, pretty much said that she's going to have it to where Turning Point USA is endorsing JD Vance. Oh boy, the way Erica Kirk hugged JD Vance, and now you got Nicki Minaj get up there saying JD Vance is the assassin, and she didn't mean it like that, and Erica Kirk had to save her, but everybody know Erica Kirk has a thing for JD Vance. See, all of that stuff right there within itself. The fact that it's going to get a lot of people buzzing and talking about it and making their soul focused, all of a sudden, we the people, are going to completely forget what the sole purpose and the goal is of what we're supposed to be doing going into these golden years. And that's focused on completely dismantling this system of these evil, corrupt individuals that's running these things in these programs. We forgot about the work that Doge was doing. We forgot about the work that we, the people, voted for. We're hitting on illegal immigration and getting these illegal criminals out of our country and trying to make America first. And I don't care what anybody say. I've always been, since y'all been seeing me on this channel, it has solely been nothing more than America first. I don't care. I told y'all I don't care. And I found out that we sent money to Ukraine again. What the heck is that? You darn right I'll be pissed off about that, because again, it should be about America, but us here in America, focusing on Americans and Americans only. Everybody else need to try to take care of their own stuff while they can do anything, but we need to fix us first. Period. Now, you're not going to twist said I want to make sure that our house is taken care of and call me anti anything, because frankly, I don't care what you call me. You're not going to be able to twist my words around there. And here's the deal. The fact that I just want to focus on fixing our America, that does not make me anti anything. It makes me pro-America, pro-patriots, period. And if you want to take that and try to twist around, turn whatever, you can do what you want to with it. But I guarantee you, it's not going to go in your favor. It never will, because it's always been about my fellow American brothers and sisters. It's always been about those that are in the kingdom of God. When it all comes down to it, that is the main thing that matters. I don't care who you are. The main thing that this should be about is God's kingdom, his movement. And that is the main thing that we all should be marching in, is focusing on what we should be doing in his kingdom here on this earth. Plain and simple. So here's going to be the crazy thing about this. Already people are like, oh my God, this is going to be messed up, because this is getting ready to cause us to lose the midterms. And you know what? It may work. Whose fault is it going to be? Whose fault is it going to be? You can take what I'm saying right now. You can post it on Twitter. You can take a clip of me saying, I don't care. Listen to me when I say this real close. Before I will help any of my neighbors, I will darn sure make it completely 100% concrete, set in stone, that my house will be taken care of before I take care of anybody else. Does it mean I don't care about neighbors? No. Does it mean I don't care about the well-being of my neighbors? No. Does it don't care if my neighbor's house is falling apart or anything like that? No. But I will tell you this. I will not go and my resources to any of my neighbors when my house is not fixed, when my house is not operating up to par, when my resources in my home is being exhausted. I'm not going to sit there and try to send anything to my neighbors at all. And I think that plain and simple, that's exactly what America should do. Period. Period. So take a clip of me saying we shouldn't be taking care of all these other countries and doing things for these other countries, whoever those countries may be, if we're not taking care of our own. What sense do it make for a person who's supposed to be the leader of your home? If you're a father, what sense does it make for you as a father, as a man, to go and take care of another man and a woman in their home when you're not taking care of your home, your wife, your children, your infrastructure of your home? What kind of sense does that make? Well, we got to help the neighbor because the neighbor has the letter I. No. Well, we have to help. You know what I'm talking about. You got to help that I country, because if we don't what? But yet here we got civil war going on amongst the parties, because it's going on both. The Democrats are warring with each other, and the conservatives are warring with each other. Then you got the Democrats and conservatives warring at each other. What the heck? But you better make sure that those other countries are taken care of, because if we don't take care of those other countries, then what? What will actually happen if we don't take care of those other countries while our country has civil war going on, infighting going on, race against race, religion against religion, conservative party against conservative parties? You got Christians fighting Christians, Christians fighting Muslims, Muslims fighting Hindi fighting Muslims. I mean, you got going on, but yet we better make sure that those other countries get our we better make sure they get our prayers. We better make sure that they get everything that we have to give. But when it comes to taking care of our own, that's not that big of a deal. We got to take care of that I country. We got to take care of that you country. We got to continue on so we can help them continue the fight. Because if we don't defend them and look after them, no one will. Your house is falling apart, sir. America, your country is falling apart. You got civil war going on in your country. Oh, who cares about that? We better, long as that I country and that you country is taken care of, long as we can send billions of dollars over there to keep them going on and fighting the good fight. But hey, we're good. So, ladies and gentlemen, I use this analogy all the time. Do you know why most cars, when they usually get in a car wreck and they hit a tree or they hit a light pole? A light pole is about what? Think about all the light poles out there. They got the power lines on them. Most of those light poles are what? 2 feet, 2 feet wide, and about what? 100 feet tall, these light poles? 2 feet wide, 100 feet some tall. How is it that these cars seem to always hit these light poles dead on? You rarely, it happens, but you hardly ever see a car slide sideways and hit a tree. You hardly see that. What you usually always see is the car with a pole dead on. Why is that? Hit the thumbs up button real quick while y'all think about that. I want y'all to answer that. Why is that? Why is it that those cars that I'm talking about usually hits the tree dead on? Let me see something here. Y'all saying I'm pixelated? Better now? Okay, the truth. When you say the truth hurt, Y'all, no, look, trust me, y'all. I've gone live a lot of times. When I go live and I don't talk about certain subjects, everything is good. But when I go live and I talk about matters like this, all of a sudden these weird, strange things happen. It's pixelated, still pixelated. Shouldn't have to, but yeah, you can turn it on. I'm getting ready to try something here real quick. Give me a second here real quick, ladies and gentlemen. I want y'all to answer that question as to why the cars hit those poles dead on like that. You gotta connect to the Wi-Fi. It's called cheeseburgers. It's called what? It's called cheeseburgers. And the password. It's not showing. Don't say that out loud. It's not showing up on here. I know it's called something. Is it your Latin? Is it that? Yeah. Should be good now. Should be good now. It's way better. Can y'all see me now? Am I delayed? What's going on, Mama Don? I might have to, y'all know what I'm gonna do? I might go up in my studio and do this live from StreamYard. Okay, y'all saying it's all good now? It's a lot better now? Okay. Mama Don, you said no, you are invisible. I'm invisible? I'm invisible now? Okay, I'm getting mixed messages. I'm getting you're invisible. How do I look on yours? Let me see if I move like this. Well, I'm gonna keep on going because I just saw it on my son's phone and I look good on there, so I'm gonna just keep it that way. So anyway, what I was saying is this. We've gotten to a point now where you have all this infighting going on, and y'all, man, Mama Don, look, you know how we feel about it. You know how you and I talk about certain stuff, right? Candace did just say something that just kind of made me like, what? Candace Owens just got done saying Swedish people controlled slavery. I was like, see, this is where I told y'all. Now, she said that the Swedish people controlled slavery. I have no idea what's happening right now. And I'm telling you right now, I'm not surprised by anything, but there's so much crazy stuff that's being said right now. Erica Kirk saying, this guy's on here doing like us grifting. I mean, he has so much gift. I mean, not gift. I mean, it's a grit. And then Erica Kirk goes, guys, it's been a really long day. Nicki Minaj gets up there and say, and then we know that JD Vance is an assassin. And she does, y'all go look it up. Don't believe me. Go look it up right now. Y'all please don't believe what I'm saying right now. Go look up when Nicki Minaj said JD Vance, the assassin, and look how awkward it is. And then look how Erica Kirk jumps in to try to save her and go, oh, hey, it's kind of, and it's funny. No, it's not funny. Erica Kirk literally said that. She goes, yeah, it's kind of funny, but people say things and people look at me and they take what I say out of context too. But then the fact that Nicki Minaj said that and she gave a look, Nicki Minaj literally gave a look before she said that. So it's so much stuff that's being said right now, man. There's so much infighting going on, so much craziness going on, because it seems like, and I'm just telling y'all, it seems like somebody is fighting to be it. Somebody is fighting to be it. Somebody wants to be number one. Somebody wants to be on the top of the mountain. Everybody is looking at everybody. You got people saying Candace Owens is only doing this is because Candace Owens is grifting. And yet at the same time, there's a bunch of individuals that are saying that they are doing nothing but showing Candace Owens videos, and they're racking up a bunch of views on Candace Owens videos that she's saying about this. And then yet you got Ben P. I'm just being honest. You got Ben Shapiro and them saying these crazy stuff about Candace Owens, about Megyn Kelly, about Tucker Carlson. But then yet all Ben Shapiro videos is about Tucker Carlson and Candace Owens, if y'all follow me. And now you got this thing going on to where there once was unity with this, to where he's saying what the Democrats are doing, what the liberals are doing, all of this, they throwing phobic on everything. They throwing, the binary stuff, the thousand genders. They're doing all of that. We actually united against that bull crap. And now that it seemed like, let's see here. President Trump comes in here and he's doing exactly what we the people voted for. We're going after the illegal aliens. He's making sure that these men are not playing in women's sports. He's making sure that these men are not going into the women's bathrooms. He's going after corruption within the government. They're shutting down the Department of Education, who has done nothing for the American people. All these good things are being done, and yet at the same time, we just can't help ourselves. We don't like peace. I'm gonna give y'all another example here too. There's been these things, there's been like these proposals of people saying, hey, your personality, how you are, you've been married, you're going to be married 25 years, you got this going on, you got da-da-da-da-da. You would be good for a reality TV show in your home. I said, no, I won't. Do you guys know why I would not be good for a reality TV show? Take a wild guess. Click the thumbs up button, folks. There's no way there's 600 people in here right now and only 60 thumbs up. That means the rest of everybody is either trolls, bots. Y'all, that's it. There's no, it's 600 people. And look, as soon as I say that, look how 200 people dropped off. The minute I say trolls, bots, and all that, 200 people dropped off. And there's only 70 thumbs ups in here. 600 people that was just in here and only 70 some thumbs up. Yeah, that doesn't make sense. Click the thumbs up button right now. So anyway, the reason why it wouldn't be a reality show in my home. You want to know why? There's too much peace. There's too much peace. There's harmony in my house. My wife and I don't argue every day. We don't argue hardly at all. We don't argue. Now, you talking about having like disagreements, that's one thing, but we don't argue. There's no drama. There's no screaming and yelling. There's no throwing stuff and crashing stuff. There's none of this craziness going on, right? So you know what you have to do? They will want you to try to find something, create some type of chaos, create some type of drama, create the drama, because nobody wants to see peace. Nobody wants peace. Everybody wants drama. So here it is. President Trump is capitalizing on the mandate that we the people set out, cracking down on illegal immigration, cracking down on the economy, cracking down on these pronouns, he nouns, this, get, bull crap, cracking down on discrimination against white people, because white people have been discriminated against in workplaces, in colleges and all that, cracking down on the corruption that was going on with the government, cracking down on the Department of Education, right? Cracking down and making sure that if you're not going to hold these people accountable that are committing these crimes, we're not going to federally fund you. And then what happens to conservatives all of a sudden? What happens to the GOP? What happens to a lot of those that are on the right or the far right? We have to come up with something. Let's just start fighting amongst each other. She's crazy. He's crazy. He's a dumb A. No, he's a dumb A. Oh, no, you're a conspiracy theorist. Oh, no, you're a conspiracy theorist. I care about him. No, you don't care about him because I do. Well, why am I fighting so hard to find out what happens and you're not? Oh, you shouldn't have smiled that way. Oh, you shouldn't have frowned that way. Oh, your eyebrows went up too high. Oh, your eyebrows are way too low. You're not a real conservative. No, you're not a real conservative. And they're doing this at the AMfest. They are literally doing this at the AMfest. So what do y'all think that does for a lot of the young people? Y'all talk, they said Charlie Kirk had a huge impact on a lot of the young people across America. These young people, eyes are wide and sparkly and shiny. They seen the fight that Charlie Kirk did. They see the fight that a lot of us content creators put in going against the evil and this dumb stuff where there's no common sense. And now they see infighting going on. What do you think? They're going to be so confused. So Ty, what are you saying? What are you saying, Ty? What I am saying is this. Personally, me personally, if I knew people on a personal level, which there's a lot of them that I do, I will call them. I would text them. The Bible says, if you find a brother or if you find someone in the body to be in the wrong, It says you who are spiritual, pull that person off to the side in private and correct it or talk to them about the thing that you feel they're doing wrong. Not publicly blast it. That's what the Bible says. So now, a lot of you that follow my channel, I know people on both sides that y'all know. I have their phone numbers. Senators, congressmen, state reps, content creators. Y'all know the names. And I can text them, and I do text them. But I'm not about to make a video calling this person stupid, calling this person dumb, calling this person an idiot. That's not how I would do things. That's not how I do things at all. I can text you and say, this is where I disagree with you on, whatever like that. Just like I would do that. But if it's something as far as me wanting to really, hey, no, you are out of your mind, I won't do that. And I would just be like, no. And like I just said a minute ago, I said Candace Owens said that the Swedish people had control over slavery. And I was like, what? Hold on, wait a minute. And that's one of them deals where, no, my studying and my research, I don't know where she got that from. So I'm not about to go, you done lost your mind. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to pretty much say, hey, I need to find out why did you say that? And where are you getting that from? Because the research that I've done has not pointed at anything like that at all. Now, I do know that in America, in the South, that the Swedish people own a great deal of cotton places, but to say that the Swedish people controlled slavery, I don't know where you got that from. Now, that's what someone who thinks a particular way would do. I'm not about to sit there and just start going, you dumb, stupid idiot. Where did you get that from? You done lost your goddamn mind. You are, no, I'm going to be like, wait a minute. I never heard that, because guess what? When people told me at one time that black people sold black people to slavery, there was a time where I responded that way. What? No black people sold black people to slavery. That's the dumbest stuff I heard. You an idiot. You stupid. You dumb. You misinformed. You definitely uneducated. What makes you think that black people sold black people? Everybody know that the white man came over there and stole black people from Africa. I learned my lesson. I have to do it again because it turned out to be true. Yeah, blacks in Africa sold other blacks to white people during the transatlantic slave trade. So now, a lesson to be learned in this is that if somebody says something that completely just throw your rocker off and completely just have you like, what? Unless you know that that person for a fact is lying on an intellectual critical thinking level, our response should be like, okay, I never heard that before. I can't agree with that because I've never heard that. But I am going to do my due diligence and go and research that. Now we got 700 people in here and only 100 thumbs up. Click the thumbs up button, ladies and gentlemen, because I just feel like there's actually only 100 some people in here that are real listeners, real subscribers, or real watchers right now. And the other 600 are just bots, YouTube's AI to see if I'm going to say something out of pocket. Right? And that's what's going on. It makes it right now amongst the right, it doesn't look as encouraging because all of these people used to all be like the Bible or like what you hear in church says, they all used to be one mind, one accord. All of them on the right used to all be against one side. They used to all speak out against the injustices going over on one side. They all used to speak about the injustices with the George Floyd riots, with the Jacob Blakes, the Breonna Taylor, all that. And now it seems like because those things are all being cleaned up, and now that we see that the Tom Homan is doing a phenomenal job in doing the mandate of what we voted for by going after the illegal aliens, the illegal criminals, we see that they're really being hard on about going after these folks and getting them out of the country. I'm doing videos showing y'all video after video after video of the work that they're doing. And now all of a sudden, now that that's going on, it's like, what else can we do? What else can we do? I know that person is stupid and they're conservative. That person is dumb and they're this. Y'all, it's just completely wild. And there's going to be something that's going to be definitely anti-productive. It is definitely, in my opinion, I know that it caused some friendships to be pretty much ended. Megyn Kelly, after Ben Shapiro said what he said, Kelly got up and said, I was someone that had Ben Shapiro on Fox News. She said, like, I'm one of the reasons why Ben Shapiro became a big name, because I had him on Fox News so much, because the guy is bright and brilliant. She said, and I was still friends with Ben Shapiro before AMfest. She said, but now that Ben Shapiro got up there and said what he said about me, she said, I guess I'm no longer friends with him. See what I'm saying? It's crazy. So I know Megyn Kelly. I know people in Fox News. I know people in Newsmax. I know people at CNN. I know a lot of producers them in there. Like I told you guys, congressmen and senators and state reps, a lot of big name content creators that y'all know. I talk to these people on a personal level, and I just told them I'm gonna go live tonight. And some of them, I just got a few little words in here with some signals, some words that mean something to me to let me know that they're in here. And I told them I was going to do this. And I said, this is the reason why this thing right here is going to completely backfire. And it's going to get easy. Man, the Democrats took a hard butt whooping, but you know what? Instead of finishing off the enemy, because you seen how mortally wounded they were, you figured that they were going to die. Now they going back and they like, oh, we about to reconvene on this thing. Let's see how we can get back at them really, really good. Let's go and figure this thing out. Let's see how, we screwed up there. And you know what the issue is, metaphorically speaking? You let them live. And now they're saying, wow, y'all fighting amongst each other right now. So while y'all are focusing on fighting on each other, we got a chance to lick our wounds and heal ourselves and be able to come back. Want to know why? Because the conservatives, the Republicans, the GOP, MAGA, far right, radical rights, they're all fighting amongst each other. They're going to make it easy for us to come back. All right, now let me see some messages here. Let's see. Rich Craft says, brother, please, I beg you, please understand that if you can't be proud of yourself, then they don't want you. Why would you fight for something that is actively and openly against you? I don't know what you mean by that, so I really can't address that. Why do they lie? I don't know. I mean, people have, I can't say why people get up there and make up stories and things like that. I don't know if they do it for their own, um, if they do it for the clicks, if they do it for, the algorithm, if they do it because it generates people to get on here and talk. And, like I say, bad publicity is good publicity. Just like right now, it's guaranteed or your money back. You're going to always have trolls and individuals like that in your live stream or even on your comment section. But what they don't understand is that they are good for the business of the algorithm too. If you're on here and you're saying things about me right now, I'm not going to pay you any attention. But the fact that you were in here and commenting and everything, YouTube's AI and the algorithm is picking up like, when he talks about this subject, it seems to have a lot of people in here talking to you. The AI really don't care what you say, but it does care that you are interacting with this video. Now, what it will do, and I'm gonna warn y'all, if any of you in here right now are saying that your comments are being deleted, or whenever you type something in and it goes away, that's YouTube's AI and their community guidelines keeping your words from going up. Because my settings, I allow any and everything to be said. You can talk about me, you can call me the N-word, you can call me house Negro, porch monkey, you can call me a coon, you can call me a bootlicker, you can call me tap dancing for the white man, skin folk, but ain't kin folk, or traded to my race. You can call me any of those things, and I'm cool with it. Go ahead. You're not the first, and you definitely won't be the last. I'm all for freedom of speech, but in YouTube's house, there's some things that they don't allow. And if you find that your comment is being erased as soon as you put it up there, you have your issues with YouTube, not me. Somebody said no one should call you names. Yeah, they should call me names. Yes, they should, because diseases exist, right? You do know that disease exists, and in order for you to combat that and know the disease exists, the only reason why you know is because you get sick or you see the symptoms of it. So the people that are in here being trolls, trying to throw out, you know, sad attempts at insults, they have to play their role. That's what they are. I mean, a cold is a cold, flu is the flu, cancer is cancer, diverticulitis is diverticulitis, pneumonia is pneumonia. And whoever these people that may be in here calling names and doing things like that with their attempts at insults, they have to play their role. That's what they were designed to do. But what makes them even more pissed off is the fact that I ignore them and don't give them the attention that they are seeking. And therefore, like a parasite, they would try to find another host, but they found the wrong one. So it's easy. Let's see. Dude, we're all your followers. Can you allow us to have a one-time pass? What do you mean? What do you mean by that? Let's see here. You said, wait, MJ, I don't know why they didn't let that go through. You didn't even say nothing wrong there. You just said N word. You didn't say nothing wrong. If somebody in here literally puts in N word, that's not a bad thing on here. I don't know why they didn't let that slip through. OFC, she dated people before Charlie. I don't know what that means. Before Charlie was 5 years older. Oh my God. I'll call you, bro. Y'all better quit saying that I look like Terrence Williams. Me and Terrence Williams don't look alike. I'm about 6 feet taller than Terrence. Terrence, oh my God. I don't sell pancakes. No, 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 no. Terrence sell pancakes, and Terrence will probably come up to about right here to me. I'm 6'3", and Terrence is about 3 feet 8. No, let me stop. No, I know who he is. I know who he is. Me and him actually was at the White House together. Let's see what else y'all are saying. Let's see. Somebody said, show me proof of Erica saying that. Which part are you talking about? Erica saying what? If y'all are talking to me, maybe you need to put the abbreviations MRM and then put MRM and then address it to me if you're asking me a question. I would love to see you and Terrence on the show. The energy between you two would be solid gold. Sorry if anyone disagree. I'm good with whatever you do. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna move from this corner because I'm starting to get hot. That heater is blasting on me like crazy. All right, let's see. Terrence Howard? Terrence Howard? You got the wrong Terrence. That dude got green eyes and his skin is about 90 shades. Terrence Howard's skin is about 90 shades lighter than mine. Terrence Howard, darling, you got the wrong Terrence. Okay, I don't know what people are saying that Erica Kirk didn't say, so. What's going on from Barbados? Yeah, somebody like, yeah, because they said Terrence Howard. Like, what? Yeah, wow. Somebody said, what is it about the conservative movement that attracts you? It's the opposite question. What is it about me and what I do that attracts the conservative movement? And not just the conservatives, it's also Democrats too. Like speaking events that I've gone to and been invited to, they've been Democrat events and they've also been conservative events. So when people ask me to come and speak, most likely all the time I go and I speak. And if let's say for example, okay, I tell you what, like in a city in Illinois, they said, hey, we want to talk about how people that are black can be successful and what it would take to push through and the mentality it would take to push through hard obstacles to become successful. And this would be hosted by the NAACP and Democrat and the DNC party in this particular city, right? And they'll say, we just want to talk about that subject. So can you just speak on that? And I will go and I will speak on that. Now, if they say this is going to be like a type of thing to where it's going to be a debate and we're going to be talking about racism and DEI, I let them know, you know where I stand on this stuff. You know where I stand on this. So my thing is that whenever it comes to certain subjects and things like that, there is no, oh, this is a conservative view. No, this is me talking about things I experienced in life, things that I went through on my own and things that I actually went through. And you can try to say it's anecdotal if you want to, but I'm talking about overall from different states that I lived in. It's the same playbook. Take care of business. That's it. Nobody was trying to hinder me from doing anything. Well, it don't mean that it don't happen. But the thing is, if it does happen, I tell these people, show me what you're talking about. Who did it to you? And we will make some phone calls. Well, no, because ain't nothing gonna happen anyway. If you do you want it fixed or not? Well, you know, nothing ever goes our way. See, you always give me an excuse. Tell me the name of whoever it is that did it to you. Tell me the institution that did it to you. Whoever's over that institution, give me the name. We will go after them. We will go and ask questions. Give it to me. That's it. Now, do I believe that racism don't exist? Absolutely no. I know that there are racist people. There and there's always gonna be racist people. Black people are racist. White people are racist. Asian people are racist. Indians are racist. Africans are racist. There's always going to be racist people. There's always going to be people with prejudices, period. But to say you can't do and be what you want to be because of some ghostly, monstrous, systemic oppression as a result of something that happened to our ancestors is keeping you from progressing, bullcrap. And that right there has nothing to do with no conservative talking point or anything. It has everything to do with me doing this. I wasn't even in politics. Those that follow my channel and been with me for a while, they know that I never was in politics. I only got into this thing around what, 2020? That's it. Otherwise, before that, I didn't care about politics. I would go and speak at all kinds of events with the same mindset. Period. I have no evidence. I don't know who you're talking to. Apple, no, I'm sorry, not Apple Tree. Whoever you are, let me see. DBS Super God Mode. I don't know if you're talking to me or if you are. I don't know who you're talking to. That's why I say you could be talking to somebody in the chat. That's why it's important. If you are trying to say it to me, put in the letters capital MRM. Okay, I got you. You say you're speaking to Apple Tree? Okay. Okay. If you're trying to ask me a question in there, then you need to put the capital MRM and then type out your question or whatever like that. So MRN, she believes Candace. Who believes Candace? I be Irie. Everything going to be Irie. I be Irie. We are discussing pretty much a topic that was on here, but now we kind of got away from the title of this video and got on some other things. Mama Donna said they meant Ron Howard. Yeah, I favor Ron Howard. Yeah. Mike Jordan says, from what I've seen, MAGA is worldwide. England, Ireland, Australia, they all love Trump and want their countries great again. Yeah, you can see them. You can see the momentum and the energy from that. But what's crazy is that they made these other countries now be these other countries that are definitely like what you say, MAGA. They are now actually doing things to try to go after the enemy. And now here we are in the United States, MAGA fighting amongst conservatives fighting with Republicans fighting. Then it breaks it down into go these other subtopics of content creators now that are supposed to be conservative and MAGA fighting each other and all this. And man. Oh, it's just a break, huh? Okay. Oh, I knew what you meant. Good for politics. I knew you didn't mean Terrence Howard. I know. I figured that. We have recognized the term rhino for a while. Yeah, Republican in name only. Yeah. I don't know why somebody keeps getting. Bad Wolf. I don't know why you keep getting Bad Wolf. I don't know why yours keep getting this stuff done to it. I have no idea. And 2287, appreciate the super chat, says, I'm actually in Phoenix right now. Went to AMfest every day. It wasn't as dramatic as the headlines are painting it out to be. What headlines? The infighting you're talking about? MRN, isn't infighting and self-reflection good for the party? Not when it's destroying relationships. Not okay. So I'll give you an example. During the Fauci ouchie hokey pokey clock shot demic, when they were actually convincing families to not let their own grandmothers and grandfathers come over if the grandmothers and grandfathers couldn't present a card, that type of infighting, when they had it to where they would tell you, don't let family members come over, when they were telling you that if your family members didn't get the Fauci ouchie hokey pokey clock shot, that your family members were bad and you should never be around. Some people actually did that. They disowned their family members. And now that the Fauci ouchie hokey pokey clock shot demic is over and we're years past it, those relationships got broken so bad and people got hurt so bad that they're not being mended. So I know what you mean by the infighting, but not to the extent to where it actually breaks up relationships, to the extent to where these people are not united anymore with the common goal of going against what we consider to be evil. Mama Don says the difference is one wants America first speech, all speech, and one side wants another little country first and silence those who disagree. Yeah, because I'm telling y'all right now, anybody that's calling this, it's now, y'all, Mama Don, you were there when my channel was being shut down because I spoke out against the 19 and different things like that. I was being hit and they were saying misinformation, disinformation, shutting me down. And a lot of people on the right, conservatives, were really pissed off about the fact that a lot of us were being censored, right? And now it's amazing and it's interesting that because somebody is saying some things that others don't like, now people are calling for certain people to be censored. There were conservatives calling for Alex Jones to be censored. They're calling for Candace to be censored. They're calling for Tucker to be censored. They're calling now, Megyn Kelly gonna be one of the ones that calling for her. I mean, it's crazy. It's amazing that the same exact people that fought for free speech are now saying, I don't think he or she should be allowed to say stuff like that. I don't think he or she should be allowed to spew out conspiracy theories or lies. No, people can say what they want to say. That's the whole point of freedom of speech. It is because somebody's going to say something that you don't agree with. And if it's to you that are listening, if somebody says something that is so wild, so crazy, so way out there, don't listen to them. But some of you, nope, I'm going to listen to what she going to say. Let me see what she going to say. She said, yep, she crazy. I told y'all. I told y'all she was crazy. Now look at her. If somebody is saying some stuff that I think is far off the wall, I'm not going to listen to what they're saying. I'm not going to watch it. I'm not going to give my energy to it. I'm just not going to do it. She should be silenced. He should be silenced. He should not be saying things like that. We all need to protect and stand up for that country. And whoever says otherwise, they're anti-Semitic. But wait a minute, time out. I'm saying right now, America first, before any country. If you put in the comments right now, so you saying, what about this country? I don't care what country y'all put in the comment section right now. I'm going to tell you, America before that country. Don't put it in there. You put the country in there. If you put the country down in there, I'm going to say what that country is, and I'm going to say America first. So you might as well not even waste your time. I'm going to say America first, plain and simple. And if you try to use that and call me an anti-anything, you can say what you want to. America first. America first. America first. America first. America first. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. America first. So wait a minute. Well, Qatar, America first. Africa, America first. UK, America first. Jamaica, America first. Israel, America first. America first. America before Ukraine, America before Israel, America before Qatar, America before Russia, America before Africa, America before Australia, America first, period. Now, just because you're going to take what I said right now and try to make me anti-anything, you are no different than the people who says, you need to call me by my pronouns. I am they, them. I'm not calling you no they, them. You are homophobic. You are homophobic. You're anti-gay. You're anti-trans. No. Just because I don't agree with you and just because I'm not about to call you no they, them, it doesn't make me anything. You made that up. You said that. So yeah, now I just said America first. Y'all put different countries in there and I still said America first, right? Does that make me anti anything? No. Just because you say that? No. America before Africa. You are anti-African. Bullcrap. America before Australia. You are anti-Australian. Bullcrap. America before Ukraine. You're anti-Ukraine. Bullcrap. America before Israel. You are anti-Israel. Bullcrap. I'm America first. Plain and simple. America before Canada. You anti-Canadian. No, I'm America first. My neighbors, my cousins, my uncles, my aunties, my wife and my family first. You anti-aunties, you anti-uncles, no. That stuff doesn't work on me. Try that on somebody. Try that on somebody that gives a crap. Because you are not going to convince me otherwise that we should not be putting our country, our fellow brothers and sisters on this continent before we put anybody else first. And God bless you for the super chat. Says, I don't think any of the infighting will affect the midterm. If conservatives vote on conservative values, regardless of what they think happened or what conspiracies they believe, they'll still vote on their values. I get what you're saying, sis, but there are some people out there saying things like, we shouldn't be voting because this and that and that, this and the third, and our government this, so we shouldn't be voting at all. Now, that's going to be a part where it's like, Somebody said the Fuentes type don't like you. I don't know who you're talking to in regards to that. I don't know if you're saying that Nick Fuentes don't like me, BNV in there, whatever your name is. If you're saying that to me, make sure you put MRM in there before you say that, because I don't know if you guys are commenting at each other. I don't know if you guys are saying this to me. So if you are trying to address me, make sure you put MRM. Let's see. Good for Politics says, I am laughing because Alberta is begging to be part of the USA. Yeah. Much love, MRM, says Steve Brown. What's going on, Steve? Fuentes don't like us, bro. I don't know who you're talking about, BNV. I don't know if you're talking to people in the chat or you're talking to me. MRM, shame, brother, shame. Shame what? What's the shame? I don't know what the shame is. Y'all gotta tell me something. You just can't come in here and go, MRM, stupid. I don't know what you're talking about. So when you say shame, MRM, shame. MRM, you are short on love, don't have enough to cover people from across the imaginary line called a border. What? Let me try to read this slow. MRM, are you short on love? Don't have enough to cover people across the imaginary line or called a border? Well, there's also an imaginary line called a street that separates me and my neighbor. There's also an imaginary line that they gave us for my property that I have here between next door neighbors here on my left and next door on my right. But one thing I do love more than I do love my neighbors is my family. And one thing I'm going to do is take care of my wife, my family, my sons that's in my home before I take care or even help my neighbors. That's love. The Bible even says, if a man does not take care of his own home, he is worse than the imbecile. And the Bible also goes on to say, if a man does not know how to keep his own home in order, how is he going to take care of the church? Bible. MRM, you know your history. I am Squid. Appreciate it. I don't know if you're asking me or you're making a statement. So I love MRM because he's, you wish. He don't understand black comments. I don't know who you're talking to again, because I understand English. I understand when people are making like a sentence and it's directed at me. I don't know who y'all talking to. I keep on trying to make this plain. If you're trying to address me, put capital MRM and then say what you're going to say. Otherwise, I don't know who y'all talking to. Some of the things I can catch on to, like Super Airman says, first time in your stream, welcome. It's a lot in here. Left my butt off MRM. Don't worry about Squiddy. He's intolerant and hateful. I don't know who Squiddy is. MRM, he don't understand black comments. Shame. Who don't understand black comments? Me? I don't know. See, I am squid. You said MRM. He don't understand comments. Who don't understand comments? Then he says shame. MRM love his husband, respect. I don't get what you're saying right here. English with proper punctuation. MRM, anyone who cares about who doesn't like them hasn't hit 60 yet. This has been with me since I was like in my teens. I learned that simply from sports. MRM, exactly 100%. MRM says Red Coast Chief says you have to put on your own oxygen mask before you help others. America first, 100%. MRM, there's a Texas town, 70,000 people, paying $4 million a year to the country you speak of and voted to stop paying, and the governor says by law they can't. That's crazy. That is crazy. MRM, God bless you, brother man, from the USA. Big one. Appreciate that. Man, I think we got some. MRM, you don't know your history. Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm trying to make this simple as possible. Is it possible that if you want to substantiate an argument, you say what it is? For example, let me help you, I am squid. You should say, MRM, you don't know your history when you said, dabba, 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 dabba. You just making a squid. I can say right now, you don't know the colors of the rainbow. What does that mean? Yes, I do. See what I'm saying? What if I said that? You don't, matter of fact, I am squid. You don't know what a theka click and make is. What does that mean? I'm just, what? History of what? Be specific. Give a point. Throw out an argument. Throw out something. You can't just, I mean, come on now. I know you better than that. And I'm trying to make it plain by saying, if y'all see what Bette Mitchum just did there? See how she put MRM capital? It's easy. She said, I can live people from other countries, but I believe in helping our country first. And if you come to another country, then assimilate, learn our culture and our language, and stay where you are. Yep. Squidward is I knew you meant love. She said, if I can love people from other countries, I knew what you meant. MRM, do you believe that America is capable of being an independent nation that could sustain without resources from other countries? How does alienating ourselves from the rest of the world benefit us? Now, I never said that we're going to alienate ourselves from the rest of the world. What I did say is we need to take care of our own first before helping others. And if you think about it, when you say things like, can we sustain without those other resources? Think about this. We're not flooding to other countries and trying to live there from America. You get me? We are not flooding and trying to get the heck out of America to go to other countries. Other countries are trying to come here, right? So in regards to business, in regards to where we're going to allocate resources and where they're going to come from and where we're going to send our resources to, that's not the issue. The issue is taking care of things that we need to be taken care of in America in regards to our infrastructure, in regards to our education system, which, you know, the Department of Education is going to be shut down, which I think that is a huge step, because ever since the Department of Education has been a thing, we've gotten worse. You know what I'm saying? So as far as the culture of America in regards to crime in America, as regards to cutting down on illegal immigration and illegal aliens being in our country and these criminals, we need to make sure we're taking care of us first. We have a mental crisis issues. We need to make sure those things are taken care of. We need to make sure that we're getting real legit, the good, the bad, and ugly education in our schools. We need to make sure that our colleges are not still trying to push out a bunch of bullcrap agenda that's teaching our kids to be nothing more than activists. We also need to make sure, I mean, personally, if the degree is not going to come to fruition as being like a real job or occupation, there needs to be no such degrees. I got my degree in African basket weaving. So I can go teach how to get you to that boo. What is your degree in? I got my degree. I got my degree in African basket weaving. Okay. That's what I'm saying. So not that we alienating ourselves, but we need to take care of ourselves before helping others. Notice that we seem to be the ones that most people are wanting to help from. But what I'm saying, we need to make sure we're taking care of our homeless, our veterans. You know, we need to definitely do some of the welfare system where I do believe, and I am glad that Trump them are cutting down and they're looking at the corruption that happened within the SNAP program. I'm glad that they're doing this. It needs to be done. MRM, seriously, bro, you can make your house as nice as you want and protect your family, but what kind of life is that if you can't go outside because of how bad everyone around you has it? I think you're missing my point, Chris. I think you're missing my point. My point is we should not be going and trying to take care of somebody else's home when our home is messed up. That doesn't make logical sense. There's no way. You know what I'm saying? So I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying, but no, I'm not saying don't go outside of our home because everything else around the world is bad. I'm saying because we are considered to be the help. We're considered to be the ones that come in and fix things. But it makes no sense to go and fix other things when we haven't fixed what's here first. MRM, how do you feel about 556 versus 762? I have no idea what that is. I'm sorry. MRM, ignore the black comic crap. I'm black too. Spec Ops Unit 2002, own my own business. Jesus first, then America first. It's the country I live in. If in Russia, I would say Russia first. Exactly. Somebody just put MRM for no reason. Sasha, however you say your name. MRM, you made $20 from Anna selling your soul. Clap, 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 clap. Okay. Okay, I am Squid. Okay. MRM, your haters need to watch Thomas Sowell. They don't know who that is. MRM, there's only about 5 in here with a job and intelligible IQ level. Keep that in mind. Oh, I know. I've been doing this for a while. Hey, brother, appreciate what you're doing. Keep spreading the truth. Pete, appreciate that. MJ says, MRM, talk your Good for Politics says, we understand ourselves without the help of other nations for at least 150 years. Why do people born yesterday think we cannot survive without other nations? Because something told them to, their education that they got in public school or something like that, or the radicalization that they see on TikTok, Instagram, or some of them things like that. You see, people sometimes, from what I've learned, if you watch a certain type of rhetoric or genre, it will keep recommending that to you. So if that keeps on feeding you, it gets into your subconscious, and you can tell by some of the comments in here, people don't have critical thinking skills. They just spewing out the same exact talking points that they learned, that they heard from TikTok and things like that. So MRM, did you graduate college? Yes, twice. You won't believe what my degrees are in. I got a degree in niggerology. That's how I know how to deal with you. Oh man. Don't get mad. MRM, the rich ruling class doesn't have our best interest in mind. Us working class need to set aside our differences and stand up to those only getting richer from our suffering. Miss Me W, I get exactly what you're saying, which is why by knowing that and most likely knowing that nothing is going to change in that particular way, I always tell people that if you're in the middle class or middle upper class, get all that you can get out of it. Seriously, get all that you can get out of it. And when you are up there, if there's other people that you will be able to grab and bring up there with you, do that. But there's going to be others that don't want to go that route with you. It's going to be easy for them to just stay back and complain. You're not going to be able to save those people. America takes care of everyone, including our enemies. That's the problem. We pay taxes for everyone but ourselves. I pay nearly $200,000 a year to what? For Israel, Ukraine wars? Hey, yep. Facts, Mama Don. Yep. MRM, why did Trump's wealth triple since January? Did you see who Trump sued and what he got? I am Squid. I just asked you a question, and what I would do if I were you, if I had critical thinking, I would go on Google right now and look up everybody Trump sued. Look at the news networks that Trump has sued, okay? Look at the money and look at the companies that Trump had investments in. Look at the fact that when Trump became president again, anything that had anything to do with Trump, people all of a sudden had an interest in. That's not hard to figure out. But what is that supposed to mean? Like, we really care about how billionaires triple. You know what? Guess who else income tripled or something? Elon Musk. From what I was told, he's getting ready to be the first trillionaire if he's not already is. But what is that supposed to mean? See, that means something. Gotcha. Look how Elon Musk money tripled. That means something. What is that supposed to mean? You know what, I am Squid. Why do you care about how much money I make? I mean, look at your name. Your name is Squid. I mean, you're about that small in there. You're probably a tiny, tiny little squid is what you are. Squid, squid. You're a little squid in the sea. Just keep on going along to the squid. Are you the type of squid that can camouflage and change, you know? Like, well, I mean, what species of squid are you, Squid? Your name says it all. You're nothing. Good for Politics said, I got my degree in computer science. People got to get serious when they spend college money. If you won't make the dough, don't do it. Yeah, it's a scam most of the time. If you don't get your job, if you don't get it in something that's actually meaningful, you're wasting your time and money. I guess my point is that America first goes hand in hand with the relationships we build. When you say help America and not other countries, that negatively impacts us. I agree. We need to have. Right, but here's the deal. No matter what, though, if any of you are in here are parents, would you try to take care of other people's sick kids while your kid is sitting here sick and suffering? Or do you want to get your kid well and then go and help them? So that's what I'm making it simple. MRM, build America, but we can't do that by saying screw everyone else. That's not what I'm saying. I don't know how y'all are not comprehending this. And I'm not saying y'all. I don't know how this is coming off as being hard to understand. It's simple. I don't know how y'all are coming to these projections and conclusions that I'm saying screw everybody else. That's not what I said. I said America first, then help. I don't know how y'all ate. So what you saying, screw everybody else? No. I said take care of our own first and then help others. I said take care of my house first and then I'll help my neighbors. I didn't say screw my neighbors. See how the projection, and I'm not saying you're doing this on purpose or you're doing it with ill intent, but I'm saying that's how projecting works. What made you jump to the conclusion that I said screw everybody else? James said, MRM, I agree. 556 and 762 is firearm ammo. I haven't looked into that. Don't forget, I cannot. Okay, MRM, I just joined late. You said, what are we discussing? I have no time to go over all that. We've been in this thing for almost an hour and a half. Bam, bam, but I do appreciate the question. It's some of everything right now. If you can read the chat, you have an idea. MRM, what made you become a Republican? I'm not. Yo, I'm not a Republican. Said rolling on the floor. MRM, just want to thank you for all your work and everyone have a good night. God bless. MRM, that's funny. Says what this is, there's a Davis? Teresa Davis. That's so crazy that your name says that in that way. It made me thought it said something else. Some of them won't hear the truth. No, Gregory, they won't. Some of them in here just for the attention, though. It's sad that they got to do that, though. MRN, the best way to get back at the rich is to get off your butt and get rich. Yeah, join them. MRM, Terrence got a better griff than you with those Walmart pancakes. Oh, okay. All right. MRM, TikTok this, 3.1 trillion in debt in 10 months, 8 in the first term. 4 out of 6 months, we lost jobs. Inflation is high. About to go another war. Israel bailout. Argentina deal. Farmers bankrupted. Chris, I think you might have. Teresa Davis says, everyone have a Merry Christmas. Why is your name I'm Squid? Mama Don, you just asked I am Squid. Why is their name I am Squid? Because he's a squid. Emery, I've been watching you for years. Keep up the good work and keep telling it the way it is. Glad to call you a brother in Christ. Likewise, Brent. Likewise, friend. Lord. Miss Classy said, take care of your own first. With you there, yeah. Sunny Day says, MRM, how don't you get it? Man, y'all. Maybe I need to go to my studio area and do a... Maybe I need to go to my studio area and open up StreamYard so I can bring y'all up on the panel so y'all can talk to me, because I don't know what y'all saying sometimes. Sunny Days, and it's no, I'm not trying to throw shots at you, but when you says, MRM, how don't you get it? I have no idea what you're talking about. I don't. How don't I get what? MRM, I am sub. I don't know what you mean by that, MJ. MRM, you are right, says Darla. You are right. I'm too tired to argue with anyone to argue that can't understand that to help others, one must help themselves first. Mama Don, you out? MRM, we can't walk and chew gum at the same time. We are talking about a government who has the ability to do it. We don't need to shoot ourselves in the foot to try to get 2 steps ahead. I understand exactly what you mean, but if it was going that way, I would completely agree. But sadly, it's not. What we in right now is ridiculous. I named all those things off earlier, but yeah. Boomer here, question. What is MRM? Nick Schaefer says, what is MRM? Nick Schaefer, I'm going to ask you a question. What channel are you watching right now? And then I'll answer you. MRM, brother in Christ, laughing my butt off. Yeah. Okay, you just want attention. I'm not even going to read no more of your comments anymore. You know who you are. $1,500 pardons in 10 months, 3.1 more death, worst unemployment since 2009. That's not what they've been reporting on. Even on CNN, they weren't reporting that. MRM, he is blank because he's too low, bro, to be an octopus. Don't give him the attention. I'm done giving that individual attention. That's all he wants. MRM, I asked because you're wearing a 2A hat. Yeah, I'm all about the Second Amendment. Oh, I got you. I'm MJ, because of the current subject, my brain is just fixated on that. I get what you're saying. I do it. I got you. You don't get it, MRM. You are the problem. Okay. MRM, I subscribe. Okay, I appreciate that, MJ. I got you. Appreciate that. MRM, enjoying the stream. Thank you. Makes for a good night. Appreciate that. Good for politics. Mama Don said I was talking to some idiot. Okay, now all of a sudden, y'all, I don't know what's going on. I think somebody's trying to flag it now because all of y'all comments are all of a sudden disappearing. Oh, Lord, I think I done made somebody mad. Y'all comments, hold on, let me do something here. Y'all comments all like are disappearing right now. Somebody must have tried to flag the channel. Who's hating on the channel? Hold on. Am I still showing on your phone? I just clicked all messages. Okay, the first comment I see now says, is Mama Don says, MRM, if I have negative money in my account, how do I loan my neighbor money? What if I need to go overdraft for my own children? Do I still go and give some to the stranger? Yes, you should. Because if you don't, you're going to be anti something, Mama Don. You need to continuously let yourself go in debt and help others. Because if you don't, you're an anti whatever the country is. Yes. Okay, now the comments are back. MRM, in my opinion, we don't need to go to extreme to correct the mismanagement of government. There are logical steps we can take to move forward instead of becoming isolated. I understand that. Again, remember, I said it's not about being isolated. I said, but before I do help my neighbors, I want to make sure. Now, some of you might say, well, there's a way to help your neighbors while also taking care of your house. Yeah. I'm taking care of my house first. I'm not about to do double the work. I'm not about to have all the energy trying to do both of them. I'm taking care of here first, and then I'm going to go out and help. MRM, how do drug prices go down 800%? That's a good question. And that's something that pharmaceutical companies are going to have to explain, because it's going to have to be a whole lot more that's into it besides saying Trump did it. You know what I mean? Like now that he's going after pharmaceutical companies and going after insurance companies, and all of a sudden, if there's a huge percentage drop, like what you're saying right there, I really don't even know how to answer that. We've been played, and there's some stuff going on that we don't know about that's way above my knowledge right now. But it's definitely something that I can look into and try to figure that out. Otherwise, I wouldn't even sit here and try to play like I even know the answer to that, Chris. Here y'all go with the Terrence stuff again. MRM, think Bible, respectfully note, fix your own eye first. It's biblical. Yeah, I even told him that even the Bible even talks about that if you don't take care of your own home, you're worse than the imbecile. MRM, don't keep explaining yourself. They know what you're talking about. MRM, I get what you're saying, but we aren't doing that. We have cut ourselves off from the rest of the world. See the tariffs? Oh no, I'm not. Cam, I get what you're saying, but did you see how much money we sent to Ukraine again, and to Argentina, and to Israel? Mama Don, I don't know who you're talking to. She says, so you're saying these countries should be helping America, who is trillions in debt? I think she might be addressing that to somebody else. User with the $2 super chat says, appreciate an educated brother having a dialogue. Appreciate that, user. I don't know how to say that last part. VZ2E. I don't know what that means. My son probably does. He's in cybersecurity, so he might know how to. I don't know what that means. VZ2EI 3S B7R. I don't know what that means. Greetings from Wales. MRM says good for politics. MRM drug prices, they were giving the world discounts at our expense. Trump fixed it so we can get the lowest prices now. Oh, okay. I love Terrence. I'm not Terrence. I'm Ron Howard. No, I'm just playing. MRM can, yeah, okay. 800% US, 800% us mathematically impossible. We were just wondering why no one has told Mr. Trump that. I don't know. Wait, Chris, I don't know. I don't know. See, when you making this statement right here, you said MRM. For boop's sake, Trump is lying when he says 800%. You can't reduce anything by 800% for boop's sake. What school did you get degrees at? You need a 800% refund. So you go from seeming like you were really trying to engage in a dialogue to now you're trying to throw out some sort of insult. I literally said I have no idea what you're talking about when it comes to that. I said that's something I have not looked into. And so your response is to say what you just said. You see what I'm saying? If I was to throw some medical terminology at you right now that you would have no idea about, and you tell me, Ty, I don't know what that is, and for me to turn around and say, where do you get your degrees at for F's sake, blah, 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 blah. You see what I'm saying? it just turns it into a whole lot. Now I don't even want to engage in nothing else that you got to say, because now you just went off the rip into something else when I clearly stated to you, I don't know anything about 800%. I don't know anything about that. That's something I got to look into. And now that's your response right there. So yeah, you made it easy. Thank you though. Good for Politics says, sorry I brought up Terrence. No, Terrence is 3 feet shorter than me. Linda says, MRM, people need to look up how much other countries have been putting tariffs on us and for how long. I think, I think Trump had mentioned a few things about that by saying that. He was like, a matter of fact, I think there's an interview he did with Oprah a long time ago. He's like, these countries, they're ripping us off left and right. I don't understand why none of these other places are. I don't understand why government isn't doing anything about them. They're taking billions and trillions of dollars from us, and our governments are not doing anything about it. And perhaps they need someone like Trump to become the president because I will get all the money back. I mean, I seen a little interview he did years ago with Oprah. MRM, my healthcare premium went from $70 to $4. Dang. When? During Obamacare? MRM, yes, which I vehemently disagree with Argentina. I believe that we need to do all we can to limit Russia expansion and stop trying to align ourselves with them. I don't know about us aligning ourselves with Russia. That's something I don't know about. MRM, the biggest thing intelligence can do is indulge stupid. True, which is why I said I will no longer engage. MRM, what would you like to see the government do to become America first? I mentioned this earlier. Well, number one is one of the things I'll look at is protection, right? And that's on a mental, physical, spiritual level. The education, definitely. I think if something, to me, this is my opinion, if something is not going to be beneficial to you in your life, I don't think it's necessary, right? If something, to me, education should be all about a lot of the basics, learning how to read, learning how to write or type now. In our world we live in today, they're barely even writing anymore. They don't write in cursive anymore. But critical thinking, learning how to engage in dialogue, learning how to critically think, being able to ask questions and getting an explanation to actually to where it can give you an understanding. For example, how do you spell island? ISLAND, right? But they talk to you about something they call prefixes and suffixes, right? They'll tell you when you learn your alphabet, S says S. They never tell you that S says, some of y'all not understanding this. They go, I says I or what? I. S says what? S. L says what? A says what? I, right? Or right? You learn all that. So then they spell out the word island and you go, island. No, it's not island, it's island. Then you like, wait a minute, how? Because the S is silent. But I thought S says, I was that kid in class raising my hand. Hey, I'm confused. I thought you said S says. So I didn't know a letter can say nothing, silence. But then when I see the word Israel, is it Israel or is it Irel? Well, no, in that case, the S is not silent. You see what I'm saying? So I was that kid that was asking questions, and then I would get in trouble because the teacher felt like I was being disrespectful. I was challenging her when all I was trying to figure out, I had no understanding. Like, I'm confused on how island says island, and if the S is silent, why does the S need to be there? But the S is not silent in Israel. But y'all see what I'm saying? So education-wise, the mathematics and everything, I believe that if education can be a type of thing to where wherever you might have an interest or a talent in, if they can actually set education up to where those things will be geared towards you in your education and further your education, those are the things that need to be taught. Financing needs to be taught, which I think Governor DeSantis here in Florida is doing that, which is an awesome thing to learn about financing and things like that. Also, I know y'all not gonna like this one. Some things that are not necessary for a kid to learn does not need to be taught in school. Things need to be taught in a natural progression. Sex education to me does not need to be taught in school until you actually are naturally progressing towards that. For example, before some of y'all get crazy, how did you know? How did you know your child was ready to walk? How did you know your child was ready to walk? You knew your child was ready to walk because what? You saw your child climb up on something, and then you seen them let go, and you start, right? You saw that. You knew that your child was ready to walk because your child started climbing up on stuff, and they let go, and they started trying to walk. And when they started trying to do that, what did you do? You encouraged that natural progression, didn't you, as a parent? When they fell down, you picked them up and you encouraged that natural progression. You don't take a newborn fresh out of the JJ and try to make the baby walk, do you? Why? Because it's not ready yet. It's not time yet. There's no natural progression and growth towards that, right? So what am I saying? It should come when you see a natural progression towards it. But when you talk about like the 4th grade and the 5th grade, like what they were teaching this year, 3rd graders will learn about consenting, that's crazy. That's crazy. Man, y'all, I remember being in the 5th grade and they came talking about sex education to us. They even took the boys off in the room and they used a banana and was putting a condom on a banana. We sitting there like, then they start showing us like man, y'all. We were thinking about nothing but playing the Sega Genesis and recess and sports. We weren't thinking about that stuff yet. Then all of a sudden they want to put you in front of a bunch of movies like Disney movies where they always doing this kissing. So what do the kids get in trouble for? Next thing you know, you got kids in the 4th grade going off behind a tree and trying to kiss each other. Then they get in trouble for it, but yet you put it in front of their faces. You see what I'm saying? It needs to be a natural progression. When it comes to teaching America history, when it comes to slavery, y'all not going to like this. You shouldn't get taught about slavery until you choose to learn about it when you get in college. Yeah, y'all ain't going to like that one. I know. You're not going to like that one. You should not learn about anything in regards to slavery, especially the way they teach it in America. You shouldn't learn about that unless you take it in college. Because who gives a good goddamn... Yeah. If no one taught you about slavery or anything like that, what's going to be your excuse? In fact, right now, you really don't even have an excuse. You don't have an excuse. You don't have no excuse. Man. This is why we like we are today, because of slavery. No. If you are a young kid, the reason why you like you are today is because of your parents. Huh? You like you are right now because of your parents. No, man. We learned in school that it's white people's fault. While we here in the ghetto, it's white people's fault that in 2025 we oppressed. We oppressed by white people because school told me that we oppressed by white people. And that's why we oppress. No, you are in the predicament that you're in right now because of your parents. Plain and simple. How are you in school and you being taken care of by your parents and you talking about oppression? Huh? How? You eating every day. You in the house that got air conditioning and heat. Huh? And you talk, man, come on, get the freaking heck out of here. Yeah, but I'm still oppressed. Every day that I go to school, I'm looking out. I'm looking far near to see them people out there trying to get me. I'm following the drinking gourd. I hear them hound dogs out there barking. They trying to keep me from going to school. Yeah. Don't like that, do you? Huh? Don't like that, do you? Pisses you off, don't it? Pisses you off, don't it? No, the reason why is because when you teach this stuff too early and you teach it one-sided and you teach that only white people was involved in slavery and slavery is nothing about but white people beating and doing things to black people. If you teach that's all slavery was, it's being taught wrong. So what you do, you teach people already division from the get-go. You're going to be teaching white people to feel guilty about something they didn't do. You're going to be teaching black people to feel as if they went through it when they didn't. And all of a sudden, you're going to create division and hate. Want to know why? Because those young people at that time, the way that their brains are developing, they can't differentiate between that. They think that that's a current reality when you teach that to them versus being able to critically think and say, oh, that happened way back then. That's not how people are now. That's not how everybody is now. That's not how the world is now. But if you can push this stuff through their brain and get them to see it through a southern eye lens, that any white person that looks at them, whether it's at the grocery store or out and about, that means that white person looking at me because they must be racist. Now, why would a kid in elementary school start to have those thoughts when they never had it until after they were taught history? I do this stuff all the time. I talk to young people all the time. I know exactly what I'm talking about. This brainwashing bullcrap was done to us. If you're going to talk about history, talk about it right. Talk about it right. Talk about that slavery was going on in the whole entire world, and it wasn't just it didn't just happen in America. You're not that special. People get so pissed off when I do that. You're not that special here in America because you're black and slavery happened in America. You want to know why? Because it's still going on today in other countries, and you don't care about that, do you? Slavery is wrong. Slavery is wrong. Well, guess what? Slavery is still going on in other countries. Are you pissed off about that? Slavery is literally going on in other countries right now. And some of them are black. Do you care about that? No. We ain't had it in 100-some years, but still, we feeling the effects of it. Bull crap. Bull crap. It's completely 100% wrong. But my point is, when you get to a certain age, and if you are able to have critical thinking skills and the ability to intellectually see through and hear things for what it is, you wouldn't be a type of individual where if they pushed out this education in a crazy one-sided lens, you wouldn't be driven to have the thoughts that you have and have some of the type of things that when it gets into your subconscious, it becomes an attitude, it becomes behavior, and you carry yourself as such because you hanging on to something that never happened to you. And you care so much about what happened to black people, but you have nothing to say about black people. Whoop, T-minus 1 hour ago, somebody got killed in Chicago that's black by another black person. But let's get pissed off about some white people killing some black people all those years ago, way back in the early 1800s and stuff. Let's get pissed off about that. Get out of here. I know it is, Mama Don. I know, Mama Don. They get pissed off when stuff like this get brought to them. Because you know what? It gives you no excuse. Any of you in here right now want to be crying. If you in here right now, you pissed off because of what I'm saying right now, prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. Coming up in the streets and all that, you're not gonna be able to prove me wrong when there ain't nobody stopping you from doing anything but your own self and the dumb rhetoric you've been fed in your brain. There's not going to be anything or anyone that's going to be able to keep you from doing anything. The only black and white that you're going to see is your grade on your paper, on your test when you take it. That's it. And if you did the work and you did what you're supposed to do and you studied like you're supposed to do, test scores don't discriminate. All this goddamn on bull crap you want to push out. You think that stuff's not gonna work on me. You have no excuse at all to not be able to do and be what you want to be right now in today's world. And if you're buying that bull crap that they selling you right now, that you can't make it in America right now because you black, yeah, they got you. That's why it shouldn't be taught to elementary school kids or even high school kids. Because if you get them to believe, just think, black kids that don't do good in school, elementary, and if there are black kids that don't do good in high school, you are telling them, well, y'all have it a lot harder now because what black people had to go through, what your ancestors had to go through, it's the reason why, you guys, it's inherently in you guys, and you guys are in a bad world, because the color of your skin, it makes it hard. And oh, honey, I know that there's a lot of psychological things that happen to your black person that you can't do good in school right now because you have a lot of different things that you're going through. I know that you got a lot of things that you're going through by being black, and you're black, and you got a lot of different things you got to go through because people judge you for the color of your skin. So I know that psychologically it can weigh down on you and it can affect your grades. But don't worry, honey, because we're going to pass you on to the next grade. We know that you can't read good. We know that you can't do math good, but we're going to pass you on to the next grade because you had it hard. You had it hard, and I know it weighed down on you psychologically. Oh, we know that you're in high school, but we're going to let you pass through anyway because of how hard you got it, black people. And guess who ends up being hurt in the end? You, Negroes. Can't read, can't write, can't articulate yourself. But guess what? They did you a good job by passing you on through them grades, though. Look what they did for you because they care about you and they have empathy. If you look at it, they're the ones that did you the worst, idiots. I told you, Chris, the minute you start throwing out insults, I'm not reading nothing else you saying right now. You making this easy. So I don't even know why you even saying anything else. I'm not reading anything else you're saying, sir. So if I was you, I wouldn't even comment no more. I'm not going to read nothing that you're saying. Look, I got them pissed off in the comment section. Oh, I got y'all pissed off. Pissed off. You want to know why? Because this Negro is off the plantation. That's why. I's no scares or no, I's no down there. I's no in the South no more. Master has no holes on me. I no longer have to keep on eating the innards of the animals along with a nice bowl of pork and beans in the most. I no longer have to eat that no more. And you knows like that. No, you have a Negro that escaped the mental plantation and has been in the North for a very long time and has absolutely a whole bunch of generations of other Northern blacks who are no longer in the mental plantation, who don't see the BS that they're trying to push down there to keep you nothing more than a victim-minded black individual who won't go anywhere. But your only thing you're going to be known for doing is, hey, ho, ho, these racist people have got to go. Hey, ho, ho, these racist cops have got to go. Hey, ho, ho, these racist teachers have got to go. Hey, ho, ho, these racist neighbors got to go. Where did it get you? Huh? Where did it get you? Where did it get you? Y'all can try your best. Come, look, you know what? If you're going to throw out some insults, try something that I've never heard before. Like, give me something I've never heard before. Come on. Give me something I've never heard before. At least try something new. I mean, I challenge you right now. For those of you that want to throw out an insult at me right now, I challenge you to at least try to come up with your own. You know what I mean? Let it come from your brain. Don't give me the typical talking points that that you've been trained to do for educated black individuals like myself, or those that have such an intellect like myself that don't buy into the bull crap. Try to hit us with an insult that I've never heard before so I can at least be impressed by something. At least show me that you tried. You know what I mean? Because I'm sorry, I knew this was going to get a lot of y'all hot. You don't like this. You don't like this, do you? You don't like that black people in America can come from some of the craziest circumstances and can make it through and become successful and become upper middle class and do well for themselves. And guess what? Can come back and have other black individuals come and do the same thing and be successful just as I am. Y'all don't like that, do you? You don't like that I don't go around playing a victim and crying that everything is everybody else's fault. And I'm just lonely here. Nobody like me because I's black. They don't like me. They don't like me. I tries to go over there. They don't want me there. I tries to go over here. Okay, sir, you don't want me there either. Nobody wants us here in America. We just don't belong. I tries to get a job. They won't let me get a job. I tries to... Yeah, for some of you to have that type of empathy, that's exactly how you see black folks. Oh, we have to help them. Look what happened to them. Look what happened to their ancestors. They've been just so, we have to help them. Just let them through, pass them through. He's black and he's ignorant. They don't know no better. Honey, we know that the blacks have it hard. Let them do the killing. Let them do the robbery. Oh, just let them through school. They had it hard all their life. They struggled. Come on. No, who cares about math? Math is racist. English is racist too. Let them through. Just let them through. It's for their own good. It's because of what we did. It's what we white people did to them, the atrocities that we did to them. And we're inherently racist, so let the black people through. Oh, they didn't qualify to get into college. Oh, just let them in. Oh, we know they're going to fail, but who cares? At least we gave them a chance. You can't even see it that way, can you? We not good enough, black people? Negroes in here right now. Are we not smart enough? Huh? Are we not knowledgeable enough, Negroes? Yeah, I'm talking to some of y'all that's pissed off at me right now. Are we not smart enough? Are we not doctors? Are we not businessmen? Are we not lawyers? Are we not, CEOs? Huh? We are filling almost every type of occupation here in America. Yeah, but there is no yeah, but. There is no, yeah, well, I know we in all those occupations, Todd, but we had to work twice as hard. Bull crap. Bull crap. What do you mean work twice as hard? How do you know you had to work twice as hard? In comparison to what? Huh? In comparison to what? Because the last time I checked, in college, when you take a test and they put it through that Scantron machine, whatever, unless you're doing an English paper, your professor has to read what you wrote. That machine just grades you. So what do you mean you had to work twice as hard? In comparison to what? I love when people try to come at me and say things like that. Yeah, but we got to work twice as hard. Twice as hard in what? What do you mean? Don't you know that we got young black kids right now? They got 12-year-olds and 15-year-olds. They are in college right now. Black kids in college right now at 12, 13, 14, 15 years old. Man, you're just making up stuff. Don't believe me. Go and look it up. Go and look it up. Go and look it up. Don't believe me. He says, I'm black and successful. No, you not. You ain't black and successful now. You may think that you black and successful because you had to work twice as hard. And, your success, that don't mean nothing. No matter what you do, black folks, if you're trying to do something good, I'm going to give you some game right now. You will not be appreciated by your own kind for anything that you do. So you might as well do what you're going to do anyway. If you become successful and you're black, like you just got done saying, your own community, certain mindsets are going to look at you and call you uppity. You trying to be white. You bucking. You only got it because you tap dance for the white man. You only got it because you did this for the white man. You spit shine his boots. You didn't get it because you're intelligent. You didn't get it because you're smart. You got it because you must have did something special for the white man. That's what they're going to do to you. Black people, when you do something good and become successful, you cannot try to go back and save certain black people of a certain mindset because they're going to turn on you. There is no winning, right? That's why you have to have a headstrong individual that's going to help you to see when you become successful, go after other individuals that want to be successful as well. But when you come across individuals that says, no, nigga, because you just, no, I don't even deal with them. Just don't. You can't save Negroes like that. You can't save Negroes that is going to consistently talk about it's somebody else's fault why they can't make it. You can't. These Negroes that are still on the street corner, these Negroes that are still in the plantation mindset that they're on, they're going to always spew out that bull crap. They know how to become successful better than you, and yet they're not there. But when you become successful as a black man, they know better than you. They know better than you, and yet they're still down there. They still down there with the mental plantation. I'm not getting off this plantation because I heard that whenever Charles tried to go north, he never came back. That's because they got him. No, Charles did not come back to the South because he didn't want to be a slave no more. That's not what I heard. You know what? God rest his soul. I heard that they got Charles. They got Charles and Wata. He goes up there and they try to do it. They didn't let him. God rest his soul. That's what they do to Charles. Black people that escaped to the north tried to come back and save other blacks. And those blacks that they tried to come back and save, some of them blacks didn't want to go. Because some of these people, when they get you here, you can't perceive what it's like to be free. You can't perceive it. Therefore, it doesn't exist. You don't want to have to take the chance. You don't want to have to take the risk. You don't want to have to actually get out there and go and do it. You want to know why? Do you want to know why? Because you may not be in chains physically, but you are in chains mentally. And you know why you don't want to take the risk? You know why you don't want to do it? You know why it's easier to believe the lie? It's because you are going to be the one accountable for escaping. You are going to be the one for actually following the plan to get off the mental plantation. You are going to have to be the one to have to work to get up north, metaphorically speaking, so that you can be free, which means you will have to be accountable. But you don't want that though, do you? Because it's easier to blame somebody else. It's their fault. Nobody falling for that stuff no more. People done with that. People are done with that. And that's why y'all getting pissed off right now. And I'm so glad. And it's not just black people in this particular thing that I'm about to talk about right now. I'm so glad that President Trump, them are cutting down on SNAP like they are, and they making your butts go out and work. You've been on food stamps and welfare for 15 some dang on years and ain't never worked in your life. And talk about some reparations. Get the freaking heck out of here. You've been on food stamps and Section 8 and everything like that for 10 plus years. And then you got the nerves to get pissed off and complain because now they're going to be making you work, what, 40 hours a month? And you got to, shoot, see? It's that racism. They know that a lot of black people on welfare. They know a lot of black people on food stamps, and they're going to make us get out here and work. Are you hearing yourself? 10, 15 years on Section 8 and food stamps? Look, bro, you confused. Yeah, I'm up here in the north free, but I'm confused. Okay, mental plantation Negro. You may not even be a Negro, but whoever you are, okay. And if you're not a Negro and you down there, if you're not water creators, whatever, you may not be a Negro. If you are a Negro, yeah, you still down the South. You don't know what it's like to be up here to be free. So I understand why you would say that. But if you are a white person, water creators, and you're saying this right now, oh, I know what it is. You think I'm about to come back down to the South to be on the plantation because you know what's best for this free Negro? That ain't gonna happen. Won't work. I know. I knew that would be too easy. You know who I'm talking to, too. You started the conversation trying to actually come off like you're an intellectual, but all along you had an agenda. And just by me doing a certain thing and tweaking words a certain way, it exposed you. You made it too easy. But guess what? I'm not coming back. I'm not going back to the mental plantation. It's not going to work. It's not going to happen. You can try all you want to, but it's not going to happen. I'm free. I got my own land. I got my own mule. It just be pulling me. It does good. Hold on, mule. Hold on. You're doing it too fast. Yeah, I got some good mule. We can do 100 acres a day. Me and my mule up here in the north on my acres. I know. Anyway, Guys, I'm about to get out of here. I appreciate y'all being here. Mama Don, I'll be talking to y'all later. And yeah, Mama Don, y'all wrong for that North Carolina thing. I did so wrong for that. I'm gonna talk to you about your shoulder too, by the way, to make sure that you following the protocols from having your shoulder surgery for getting rid of that adhesive capsulitis. But anyway, y'all, with that being said, I'm getting ready to get out of here. I appreciate all y'all being in here, the haters and all. I appreciate y'all. Y'all make it so fun, whatever. Glad I was able to trigger y'all and have y'all pissed off. And with that being said, folks, I am Ty Smith, Mighty Renaissance Man. I hope and pray every last one of you guys have food, shelter, and clothing. Most of all, praying every last one of you guys in great health, mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. God bless you all through Jesus.